Something that isn't spoken about enough is emotional labor in education. Educators, even before they step into a classroom, they have to be thinking about the emotional climate of that class. We cannot just start facilitating. We have to be in alignment and we have to be cognitive of students who may be undergoing difficult emotions for the very first time, whether that be grief and loss, or whether it be the exhilaration of a win or the excitement of something, especially around college application season for our senior students. We have to manage and negotiate a lot of individual emotions as well as social emotions, and that can be quite draining. Something that many people don't realize is that we also contribute to the emotional climate in our classrooms. We have to be these patient, consistent individuals, but we also have to be very thoughtful about when a student is speaking to us in front of their friends, or if they're speaking to us in front of admin, how we handle every situation to provide a baseline of confidence for them. And this can be quite tough because we always have to be morally aware, emotionally aware, while also maintaining a sense of cool and steady calmness. We carry these emotional labors home with us, and this goes hand in hand with the lack of psychological professionals and counseling mental health professionals allotted in educational fields. Sometimes it's just one for an entire school, if that, and this can lend to a lot of pressure on educators because there's simply no one else. Yet at the same time, we are the middlemen or the middle women, middle people in this scenario where we have to report issues. Sometimes students want a certain degree of privacy. Sometimes we have to mitigate that, especially if a student is in dire need of professional help. And this, like I said, lends to a lot of individual battles, and it can be extremely stressful, but we also have to negotiate these issues with our colleagues, and that can become extremely stressful as well, because we go immediately from this very nurturing role where we have to connect with our students to teach them effectively, to administrative roles which require logical, systemic, almost cold approaches to quite a bit of documentation or other administrative work. And with schools becoming more privatized, for profit, and becoming centers where grades and scoring matter a lot. First, for retention, second, for the monetary value associated with that, and third, even for social media influence. Sometimes boundaries and morals are blurred. Looking back now, I wonder, especially with colleges, if I was helping students first of all, align with their goals correctly and helping them get into the right colleges for them versus the most prestigious college that would look good on a school website. And I am very cognitive about that and wonder if I did the right thing looking back now, because some of those students have remained in touch with me. So I'm just looking to hear about other perspectives in education. I would love for this to be an open dialogue amongst educators. So please feel free to comment, and if you liked this, to like the video and subscribe. I would love to create a community here where we can share thoughts and viewpoints, look at possible simple solutions, and kind of share our perspectives on how this field is changing so much. The reason I wanted to be an educator is because I grew up with books like Anne of Green Gables, and it was Anne's spirit and kindness and her deep involvement with her work which encouraged me down this line. And I believe the first several years of my experience has led to a bit of disillusionment with the field, but also this undying hope that I can continue to mitigate all of the responsibilities associated with education, and at the end of the day, allow my main priority to remain students. But now I also understand that I cannot sacrifice my mental, physical, emotional, and sometimes spiritual relationship with myself. Um, Anyway, I would just love to hear other educators' perspectives